Welcome to our YouTube channel. So in this tutorial we are going to learn how to insert a CSV file into BigQuery by using cloud functions. So we want to push this data on the basis of the GCS event. So file arrival is not defined. So once a user is going to put this file into the GCS bucket, then we need to ingest this data into the BigQuery. So in this scenario, cloud functions are more suitable options we have in GCP. So cloud functions are a serverless computing service offered by Google Cloud Platform, and you can say these are an easy way to run your code in the cloud. Another additional feature, it supports Java, Python, Ruby, Node.js, Go, uh, and .NET. So right now we have two options, that is Gen 1 and Gen 2. So if you want to run your process more than 9 minutes, then you are going to choose Gen 1, uh, Gen 2. Other, if your processing time is less than 9 minutes, and then Gen 1 is the most suitable option you have in the cloud. So let's create a function in the cloud. So we are going to choose Gen 2, Gen 2 GCP GCS to BQ. Okay, and then you are going to choose your region, then trigger type. So obviously we are going to we need a trigger on a GCS storage, so we are going to use cloud storage. And then you need a location in the GCS where, from where. So you have to pass this thing to your function. So we are going to browse it, and here we have a GCS demo bucket. So select this, and then retire on failure. Okay, you can choose more options from here, and then you have to set some settings over here. So the default memory is 256 MB, and this is the CPU size, and timeout is 60 seconds. So I'm going to make it 120 seconds, that means 2 minutes. And concurrency is maximum 1, so I'm not going to change it. And maximum auto scaling is 100, but we are going to set it as a 5. Okay, and this is the runtime service account. Please keep in mind you need some additional permissions. Okay, so in the variable part, so we are going to use source directory inside our GCS bucket. So our source directory is raw file, so I'm going to choose this like this, and I'm going to remove this. Okay, this is the actual location. Then file extension ext. So we are going to read the extension file, that should be .csv, and the dataset where we want to uh, store our data. So it is in demo row. Let's make it dataset id, and then we are going to choose we are going to create another variable, that is table name, that is demo store sales. Okay, and now just click on the next, and here you are in your runtime environment. So in runtime environment we are going to use Python 3.2, and this is the name of our main file, target main function. So we are going to say it main GCS. Okay, so inline editor, and then we are going to choose it as okay. Now actually we need some additional features, we need some additional libraries which should be help us to make this code workable, that is GCSFS. Okay, so we need this library, and apart from this we need additional two more libraries. GCSFS is stand for Google Cloud Storage File System. Another one is Google dot cloud dot storage. Okay, so another one is Google dot cloud, sorry, hyphen BigQuery. So these are the uh, libraries we need to fulfill our requirement. So go back to in the task. So here you can see we are going to use actually we are going to read our variables from the environment. So first of all we are going to deploy this package. Okay, and then we are going to remodify it. It will take couple of minutes. Now our build is finished, so it is going to creating clouds run service. Okay, and trigger is still pending. So in the detail section, uh, you can see these are the information related to this function. So like this, here last deployed region, memory allocated, CPU, timeout, and the additional details. In the variables you can see that we have the variable that is uh, source directory. Then copy and paste it from there and go to the source window. Okay, in the source window I'm just going to paste, I'm going to edit it and then going to paste them like this. Okay, so first of all we are going to read this file, so we need some uh, additional package like os json, and then we are going to import uh, google dot cloud import BigQuery, comma storage. Okay, now we have added these. Now we are going to read this data, so we are going to create another variable like os dot environment. Okay, environment, then this is the actually our source directory. Okay, then our file extension. So we are creating the local variable with the same name. Just copy this and paste this. Okay, So we are going to check if the file plate file is with the same name, then we are going to create data set. So okay, so we are passing our data set id to configure, and then other last one is our table name. So we are storing this table name into our local variable. Okay, okay, now we are going to remove this thing from the code. Okay, now here we have all the stuff. So first of all, we are going to check if our source directory in, okay, file name, data name. But before that we have to split our source directory. Okay, dot split, that is, sorry, it should be round bracket, and -1. Okay, then we are going to check if our source directory in data in the file name actually, and and data name should be ends with ends ends give me a minute, ends with the file extension. Okay, what is the name of our variable? That is file extension. Okay, then we are going to print our file name, print the name. Okay, like this. Let's deploy this to verify if it is working or not. Okay, so we are going to redeploy this part again. Let's wait for another couple of minutes. Now you can see our code is deployed, so we are going to attach it here. So here we are going to upload a file, that is Superstore. Okay, then let's check the logs for our function. So we are going to check our logs. So let's refresh it. Now we are going to check if the yep, this now we have uploaded this file. Then we are going to check the log like this worker. So we are getting some error. So dataset id. So let me check on this side. So that is dataset id should be like this. So we are going to make this change again, and that is dataset id, and we are going to redeploy our code. Okay, let's wait for another couple of minutes. Now you can see our build is finished, then it is operating Cloud Run services. Okay, now let's replace this file again, overwrite. Okay, now it is going to be okay. Now yep, so we are going to check the logs again. Hmm. Okay. So here you can see this is the file we were printing here, and then yep, this is our bucket, and then yep, updated post file storage. This is the actual file path we were printing in our source. Let's uh, generate the GCS URI. So here what we are going to do, here we are going to create our GCS URI, that is GC. Going to click on edit button, and here we are going to generate GCS URI, that is something like that. Okay, so here it should be like this, that is GC, then the bucket name, bucket. Yep, this is the name of our variable we are getting from the data. And then what we are going to do, single quotes, then the name of name variable. Okay, so here we have the actual path for our file location in GCS. Now we have to get our BigQuery client, so we are going to create a client local variable, that is BigQuery dot client. Okay, now we have the BigQuery client to authenticate our access, and we have already dataset and table name with us. So now we have to set some configurations. So we are going to create our table reference, table ref for the BigQuery. It is inside the client, then dot dataset. Our dataset is and our dataset name is the variable we have, that is dataset ID. Then table, yep. What is the name of table is table name. Okay, now we have the table sorry, that is oh my god, it should be there, table name. Okay, now we have to configure our BigQuery configuration. So here we are going to create job configuration for the BigQuery. Job config equal to BigQuery dot load job configuration. Okay, and there we are going to pass source format, is BigQuery dot source format dot csv. Then we have to pass another variable, that is skip leading rows equal to 1 comma automatically detect schema, detect oh, automatically detect text schema. Okay. Yep, like this. Okay, and so we are going to do auto detect property is true for the schema. Okay, now you can see we pass this configuration. Now we have to create an additional uh, parameter settings. So now we have to create a new variable, that is BigQuery BQ load job equal to client dot load table from URI. Okay, and then we have to pass some parameters like GCS URI. We have created this. Then we have table ref. Okay, we have created on the top of this there is a table ref, and then we have to set another variable, that is job config equal to, so we have created this variable. Okay, so here we are going to uh, create that bq load variable. Now what we are going to do, bq load job dot result. Okay, now we have to print some loaded table informations. Okay, so here table, that is equal to client dot get table, that is table ref. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to print this, print table dot num rows. Okay, and okay, now we are going to save it and deploy this. Okay, let's wait for another couple of minutes. Now our build has been success. Okay, yeah, our function is success, and in the log we are going to refresh it. Okay, now here you can see, so we are going to upload this file again. Okay, overwrite this and let's see the time. Yeah, it is updated. Now we are going to refresh this. Okay, so here you can see we are getting this created and updated, and these are the records we are going to see. Now go to the BigQuery and refresh this dataset. Okay, in the learning section we have the demo row. Now you can see this data has been available in the BigQuery, and this is the details we have. So we have run it 5 times or 6 times, I can say like that. So here you can see it is very easy to load the data from GCS to BigQuery with the help of cloud function. Once any user is going to put an CSV file that stores sales file inside the GCS bucket, then this cloud function will fire on the GCS event and will pull this data from GCS and then push into the BigQuery. So it is very easy. Please like, share and comment on this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching us.